Was this a good movie? You'll have to tell me. I don't have a way to hang this up, so I'm just showing you that I got a poster. And they literally found a Cyclops and they trained it to act so that way they could have a Cyclops in this film. While you're here, why don't you just don't forget to press the buttons? I love you guys. I want you to keep coming back. So if you want to make sure that you get notified, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leading up to the Odyssey, there have been so many random things said about it, both positive and negative. I don't think any of the things that were said before this movie was watched could have ever anticipated what this movie actually is. I don't really have a way to tell you exactly what this movie is, except for by telling you that it's everything that you would think that Christopher Nolan would give you if he was trying to tell an epic of ancient proportions. This movie is full of so much meat. It is just a great adaptation of an ancient story that, by the way, is just a story. Doesn't need to be historically accurate in any sort of way. This is a telling of a story, and it's beautiful. I don't know what else to say. Only seen it once so far. I do plan to go see it at least one other time in IMAX. But, oh my goodness. I cannot believe that I went to see this movie at 10:50 p.m. at night. The movie didn't start till like 11:30. It's a 3-hour long movie. I was not tired. I was not distracted. I was not lost. I was not disassociated at all. This movie locked me in. I don't think that I blinked during this movie, except for during one scene where there was a bunch of lightning and it was so bright I had to close my eyes because IMAX is just the best. I don't think that I ever recognized that there was music during this movie, but not because the score was bad, but because the score perfectly helped tell the story that is behind the everything. I don't know. Like, this movie is just beautiful. The acting is really good. The characterization of these people feels very genuine. I do understand some people have issues with some of the casting or some of the fact that it's all A-list cast or that they don't like a certain actor. I understand that, but you're wrong. This is a beautiful movie and everybody portrayed their characters basically perfect. I think that this movie, on a Christopher Nolan standpoint, is probably one of the best crafted movies he has ever made. Maybe only second behind Oppenheimer as a crafted film. However, it's not his best film. That still kind of is the Interstellar, the Mementos, and the Inceptions of this world, and I guess The Dark Knight. Best superhero film ever. The Odyssey is probably a clear number 5 for me from Christopher Nolan. Maybe a 4. You know, personally, I think if I were to put my top 5, it'd probably be The Dark Knight, Inception, Interstellar, and then probably The Odyssey. That is kind of the perfect 5 from him, in my opinion. But basically, every one of his movies is genuinely good. This movie is full of cool moments, incredible, stunning visuals, and like 90% of it is done in camera, which is wild. There are scenes, spoilers ahead, but there are scenes that take place in hell where this, or Hades, I guess you would call it, and the dead literally rise from the earth. They literally come out of the ground, out of the sand, to talk to Odysseus. And they literally made that happen. There is a scene where they are stuck in a cave with a cyclops, and they literally found a cyclops and they trained it to act so that way they could have a cyclops in this film. Not really, but like they genuinely had a multi-story tall puppet for these actors to act with in this scene with this cyclops so that they could react. And then with beautiful photography, like visual effects, they put an actual cyclops, which I'm pretty sure was just a guy in a bodysuit, into the scene, and it looks basically flawless. There are scenes where there is just the most amount of what kids now call aura farming, where characters just have to exist in the moment for them to be the baddest looking characters of all time. And there are moments that pull at your heart, and with the addition of the beautiful visuals, the storytelling, the words, and the music, pull you into this story in a way that is beautiful. I loved this movie. I That's all I can say. I just genuinely loved this movie. I think that if you have the opportunity to go see it in IMAX, please go see it in IMAX. But at the end of the day, don't keep the lack of an IMAX. Don't let that keep you from going to see this movie. It's genuinely one of the greatest movies ever produced by the guy who I would consider is the best filmmaker of this current generation, and also scored by probably the most iconic musical artist and composer of our time, and acted by the the people that you would consider some of the greatest actors and actresses of our time. Like, this movie is just stacked and stacked and stacked, and it what they give you as a finished product is exactly what you think it would be. It's beautiful. I loved it. I don't think that there should be any reason for you to not see it, whether it has to do with historical accuracy that you're not a fan of, or certain characters that are cast in a way that you don't necessarily like, or the fact that you just don't like watching movies. I don't think any of that should keep you from watching this movie, because none of it matters. None of it matters. The casting in this movie is phenomenal, and even the people that have had kind of pushback as to why they're in the movie, all of those characters that everybody complains about have probably a total combined amount of time on screen of like 10 minutes. So it just doesn't. I don't know why you wouldn't go and see this movie. It's beautiful. Go support cinemas, because they are struggling, like, to say the least. But this movie has proven something. This movie has proven that people are willing to watch a good movie. Because even in where I live, which is a smaller city in America, our IMAX is booked for like the entire week. I was lucky enough to get tickets day one when they went on sale. I have friends that are trying to get tickets today to go watch it next weekend, and it's sold out. You can't you can't get a seat unless you go at strange hours of the day. I know that there are 70 millimeter screens that are booked out for 5 weeks. People are willing to watch this movie because it's a good movie. And I think it's hopefully going to be a little bit of a wake-up call for everybody else who's making movies to also try and make good movies that are well produced, that although may not be 100% original, are original takes on stories, rather than trying to make these one-for-one remakes or these copies of older films. It's beautiful. It's definitely better than the movie Tombstone. By like, if Tombstone's at the very bottom of the list, the Odyssey is near the top of the list. It's that good. Please go watch this movie so that way you don't have to suffer watching Tombstone, which is the worst movie in the world. I've never seen it, and I never will. Peace.